Hey guys, how you doing? Beautiful day out here. Decided to get out and do a tag for my buddy Johnny over there at Jeep Things Outdoors. He tagged me in a 3-knife tag. Yeah, I know we've had the sentimental knives, the 3 best bushcraft knives. I can't remember. There's been a couple different variations of it. But this is a different one. I kind of like this one. Now mind you, it's not bushcraft knives. So anyway, remind you, this is for my buddy Johnny at Jeep Things Outdoors. I'm going to reposition the camera, and we'll get onto that tag that he wants to see 3 of our knives, and I'll tell you what those 3 are in just a minute. Well guys, there's my knife collection so far. You think that's a lot of knives for a guy that claims to not be a knife guy? Anyway, onto that tag. Johnny at Jeep Things Outdoors wants to know, first off, our oldest knife. You know, I was thinking it was one of the fish knives. I know my son gave me, I think, both of these. You know, I've had other knives in the past, and a lot of them have been lost over the years, but of what I have right now, I'm pretty sure this is my oldest knife. An old Victorinox. Most of the time that ends up in a junk drawer somewhere, ends up in the shed a lot. Forget I have it, and then I run across it. I think it's got everything, including the kitchen sink, in there, and most everything's been used a time or two. But I'm not going to open all that up. But that would be my oldest knife. My smallest. Where'd you go? There you're hiding. Again, a little Victorinox. Nice little knife, blade, little file, pair of scissors. They're not the best, but they do work. I've used this knife quite a few times. I like that little knife. So that would be my smallest. Good little knife. My least used, and a lot of times we say our least used is because it's something that we don't like, or doesn't, we can't find a use for it. And this one doesn't really fall into that category. It does a little bit by its shape. It might be a good skinning knife, but I really have not found a good use for it because of the shape. But I just like that knife, and it was given to me by a friend of mine, Kyle Chrisman, at a gathering get-together, and so it kind of has a little bit of sentimental value. This is a Ridge Runner. I just like that knife. I told him, that's a cool looking knife, and he gave me that. So partially, as I said, I don't use it because of the shape. I just don't find a use for it. But it's also just a pretty knife, and it has some sentimental value, so I want to keep it that way. So there are my 3 knives. My least used, my smallest, pick him up here so he's not hiding, and my oldest. Well guys, there's my 3-knife tag for Jeep Things Outdoors. It's kind of a cool tag. Again, that was the oldest, the smallest, and the least used. Not necessarily bushcrafting knives, but just other knives that we own. And it's kind of cool to look at some of them. You know, a lot of times we pay attention to our bushcrafting knives, or woods knives, or carving knives. So it's kind of cool to look at some of the oddball knives we have, or just knives we've hung on to over the years. Again, as I've said a couple times, this is for Johnny over there at Jeep Things Outdoors. I hope you guys go check him out. Great guy. I had the pleasure to meet him at a bug out camp that Country Prepper put on in Iowa. It was great camp, a lot of great people there, and it was an honor to meet Johnny. I've spent some time talking with him. Very knowledgeable gentleman. I hope you go check his channel out. I'll leave a link down below. And, you know, you ask, well, what's the channel about? Well, Jeep Things Outdoors. Of course, he has some videos about his Jeep in the outdoors. He does bushcrafting, camping. He does stealth camping, which he's got some cool videos on stealth camping. Gear reviews. I don't remember if I said that, but I think you guys would enjoy him. Johnny's just a cool guy. I had the pleasure to meet him, and I look forward to meeting him again someday and sitting around a campfire with him. But Guys, I hope you stop in, check him out, give him a sub if you like him. You know, if not, just check out one of his videos, tell him hi. But anyway, that was Jeep Things Outdoors. Please go check him out. Guys, see you in the woods.